In this video, we'll be taking a look at two WNBA games happening on June 21st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Phoenix Mercury versus Chicago Sky. The Phoenix Mercury, holding a strong 10-4 record, are set to face the struggling Chicago Sky, who sit at 3-8 on national television this Saturday afternoon. These two teams met back in late May, with the Mercury coming out on top by 5 points at home. Phoenix is riding high after a solid 89-81 win in New York, where they defied the odds as 11.5-point underdogs. Meanwhile, the Sky just suffered a tough loss at home to Washington, falling 79-72 and failing to cover as 4.5-point underdogs. The Mercury are looking to extend their 4-game winning streak and have already won 3 straight on the road. They're averaging 80.5 points per game on 42.1% shooting, while allowing 77.5 points on 41.6% shooting. From beyond the arc, they shoot 32.1% and knock down 78.8% of their free throws. Defensively, they hold opponents to 31.5% shooting from deep and grab 36.4 rebounds per game. The Sky, on the other hand, could really use a morale boost after a rough 3-8 start. They've lost 3 of their first 4 home games and are averaging 75 points on 41.2% shooting, while giving up 86 points on 46% shooting. Their 3-point shooting sits at 30%, and they convert 71.6% of their free throws. They allow opponents to shoot 39.1% from deep and pull down 36.3 rebounds per game. This will be the second meeting of the season between these two squads. Phoenix took the first matchup by 5 points at home as 7.5-point favorites. That game featured a Sky team still fighting hard for their first win of the season, which they would get in their very next game. The Sky are missing Courtney Vandersloot, who had 15 points and 11 assists in that first game but is now out for the season with an ACL tear. Opponents have learned to exploit this weakness, and the Sky's offense has struggled to respond. Phoenix is 4-2 straight up on the road this season and is finishing up a 4-game road trip where they've gone 3-0 straight up and 2-1 against the spread. In the last 6 meetings between these two teams, Phoenix has a 5-1 record straight up and 4-2 against the spread. Reese is a strong rebounder for the Sky, but her shooting percentage is well below 40%, which isn't sustainable for an interior player who takes as many shots as she does. The Sky don't have many outside shooters, and their defense has been lacking, ranking just 10th in defensive scoring. Phoenix is getting stronger as Thomas and Copper return to the lineup, and Sabley has been solid all season. The Mercury have strong players in the paint to battle Reese on the boards, and the rest of the Sky haven't been able to carry the team to victories. Phoenix just beat the Liberty and looks ready to keep that momentum going. The Mercury have been piling up wins lately, and that should continue now that they're close to full strength with Copper back. They've covered 6 of their last 9 games. The Sky are arguably the worst team in the league and just aren't a team you can trust most nights. To make matters worse, the Sky have failed to cover in each of their last 7 games as double-digit underdogs. In 3 games as double-digit underdogs this season, the Sky have lost by an average of 21 points. The Sky haven't found their identity this season and are likely to lose again on their home floor in this one. As our first pick for this matchup, the Phoenix Mercury to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The first meeting between these two teams produced a total of 183 points as they soared over the 159.5-point total. The Sky had the veteran presence of Vandersloot controlling their offense, and without her, they've struggled at times. Since she went down, the team has scored under 80 points 5 times and 70 or less in 3 games, with a low of 52 points against Indiana. The Mercury's offense has been solid, and they aren't missing any pieces. However, they can be held down, and in this matchup, I expect the game to stay close until late late. Phoenix has scored 77 points or less 5 times this season. The under is 7-3 in the last 10 games between these teams. The Sky haven't been able to rely on their defense much this season, but will need to find a way here because they won't outscore the Mercury in a fast-paced game. Chicago is listed as home underdogs and will want to slow the pace to keep it close. Phoenix is still figuring out how to merge their strongest players back into the rotation, including Copper, who will be playing just her 3rd game of the season. Expect a slow-paced game with the battle won in the paint. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Sparks versus Minnesota Lynx. The Los Angeles Sparks, sitting at 4-9 and 6th in the Western Conference, are traveling to face the formidable Minnesota Lynx. The Sparks are trying to snap a 2-game losing streak after getting blown out 98-67 at home by the Seattle Storm on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Lynx are riding a 2-game winning streak of their own, fresh off a dominant 76-62 home victory against the Las Vegas Aces. This marks the 3rd of 4 matchups between these teams this season, with the Lynx already holding a commanding 2-0 series lead. The Sparks are in desperate need of a win after dropping 9 of their last 12 games, though they have managed to split their last 6 contests on the road. Statistically, they've been a high-scoring but leaky team, averaging 89 points on 43.4% shooting while giving up a whopping 94 points on 44.4% shooting from opponents. They shoot a respectable 35% from three-point range but allow opponents to hit 33.1% from deep. On the other side, the Minnesota Lynx are looking to build on their incredible 11-1 start to the season and remain undefeated in their 6 home games. They are a well-oiled machine, averaging 85 points on an efficient 46.6% shooting while clamping down on defense, allowing just 75 points per game on 40.8% shooting. They are lethal from long range, hitting 37.4% of their threes, and are one of the best defensive teams in the league, holding opponents to just 30.5% from behind the arc. In their 2 previous meetings this season, the Lynx have absolutely handled the Sparks, winning by an average margin of 18.5 points, a number that blows the current spread out of the water. The gap between these teams is massive, as shown by their net ratings. Minnesota is 2nd in the league with a plus 13.1 net rating, while Los Angeles is 10th with a minus 5.5 rating. Their recent defensive performances tell the same story of 2 teams on different planets. The Sparks have allowed an average of 94 points in their last 4 games, while the Lynx have given up just 73 points in their previous 5. The Lynx are at the top of the WNBA standings, while the Sparks are sitting 2 games out of the final playoff spot. Even if star player Napheesa Collier has to sit this one out, the Lynx should have no issue comfortably handling a shorthanded and struggling Sparks team. Without Kelsey Plum and Julia Lemon, the Sparks offense has looked disorganized and ineffective. Minnesota's top-notch defense, which ranks 2nd in the league in efficiency, should be the deciding factor. The Sparks have arguably been the most disappointing team in the league this season, with a 3-7 record both straight up and against the spread in their last 10 games. They are dealing with injuries, but even when healthier, they have not looked like a playoff contender. Despite their 11-1 record, the Lynx haven't been great against the spread this year, but they are probably the best team in the league and just blasted the Lynx by 23 points a week ago. That followed a 14-point win over the Sparks back in May, giving them 2 dominant wins this season. It's worth keeping an eye on Napheesa Collier's questionable status, but I just can't bring myself to back the Sparks here. Kelsey Plum should be back in the lineup, but Los Angeles has been so underwhelming at the best of times, and they are still missing key pieces like Odyssey Sims and Cameron Brink. The Lynx are simply the deeper and more potent team. As our first pick for this matchup, the Minnesota Lynx to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Despite the Sparks' struggles, both of these teams have shown they can shoot the ball effectively, which could lead to a higher scoring game. They are 2 of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league, with the Sparks ranking 4th at 35% and the Lynx 2nd at an impressive 37.4%. Throughout the season, both teams have also posted strong effective field goal percentages. Los Angeles is 6th in the league at 49.9%, while Minnesota sits at 2nd with a stellar 53.7%. This offensive efficiency from both sides could lead to plenty of points on the board. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.